What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, man? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the show. My name is Barry White. Morning here to learn and share. Your boy been tired. Hey, let's get the pleasantries out the way real quick while I try to get the frog out my throat. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the overnight price action. We're a tad bit late today. For those that don't know me, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I go live on Algo's Internet just to share my thoughts on the price action, how the market going, what the market doing, all of that stuff like that right there. I started out Tim's Tidbits, just trying to share my knowledge on investing and trading and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know the spiel by now, man. Unless it's your first time tuning in. If this ain't your first time tuning in, look at an old video, see the whole spiel, man. I do it for the free 99. Only thing I do is ask you to hit the like button. Just hit the like button. That's all I want you to do. It's either on this side or that side. I don't know what side is on. You know what I'm saying? Just hit the like button. Might be in the middle if you got an iPad like my son, but hit the like button and then hit the share button. Share it with one cuz you like and one cuz you don't like. So we can come together and build a new Wakanda together, right? That's my spiel. That's my sales pitch. That's all I got. That's all I want from you is you to like the video and share it with a cousin so we can get this exposed to as many people as possible. I'm not asking you to spend any money with me. I'm not asking you to give me any money. I'm not asking you to do anything. You got a merch shop. You can't go buy merch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a bull or a bell. I'm a beast. Got a merch shop. You can't go buy merch if you want to buy some merch. But speaking of, until like tomorrow is me and Christopher's birthday. Tomorrow is our birthday. Do not go buy no merch or nothing. If you plan on buying merch, don't buy no merch. Take a portion of whatever you want to spend on the merch and cash app it to Banjo Bobby 54. It's my son's 13th birthday. I'll be 50. He'll be 13. And so if you got an inkling of wanting to put any money in my pocket, I don't want anything from you. I just appreciate you hanging out with the old man. If you want to do something for me, take a little something and cash app it to my son, and we're gonna put it all into his brokerage account. They got Vanguard accounts, but we're gonna take it all and put it in his brokerage account. That's what you can do for me if you want to shop at the store, or if you wanted to book a one-on-one, or if you want to do anything. Don't do none of that. Anything. Tomorrow is the B-day. Tomorrow is the birthday. Turn up, if you will. So do that. Banjo Bobby 54, right? Banjo Bobby 54. I don't want nothing. I never ask for anything. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I just woke up here to learn and share. What's going on? Good morning, here to learn and share. AKA the teacher's favorite. Where's my apple? I don't have my apple, here to learn and share. What's up, Brittany? What's going on, Hines? Wait a minute. What's going? Good morning, Hines. Michelle Tucker. What's going on, Michelle Tucker? Yes. I just woke up. I woke up at 9:15. 9:10. I woke up at 9:10. Look at you. See what I said? The teacher's favorite. Look at that. Happy early birthday to you and your son. May you both have many more. See what I'm saying? What I tell you about the teacher's favorite up in here. That's my apple. I appreciate it. Thank you for the apple. Crunch. What's up, Valdez? What's going on? And that was Angela. I thought about it later. It was Angela Valdez. Valdez wasn't the cop. I can't remember the cop name, but it was Angela Valdez. Ghost side chick. Ghost, the love of Ghost life was Valdez. That's it. Cool it now. You better cool it now. What's going on? Cool it. Oh, I appreciate that. Valdez. I know what that means. That Feliz cumpleaños. Mi hablo. What's up, 100? What's up, Mendez? What's up, Otis? What's going on, Otis? I appreciate that, my guy. I appreciate that, my guy. Shout out 100. If you know, you know. You feel me? uh she was the DA. Valdez, Angela Valdez. Valdez. Was Valdez the cop? I was thinking about that yesterday, but I was like, I think Valdez, Angela Valdez. What was the cop name? The nosy cop. What was her name? I can't remember her name. The one that was the one that was trying to figure out why Angela was there after after Reek shot Ray Ray. And she like, what the DA doing down here? Like for this just this cop stuff. The nosy cop. Golly, I can't think her name. That's gonna drive me crazy. Y'all got me thinking about power now. What's up? I done said what's up there. All the names that I see in the chat. Y'all drop something. Y'all drop something in the chat. So I can say what's up to you. I ain't even got my Ninja Trader open. What's going on with the market? How did the jobless numbers look? What's the market doing? Let me open up. You see how my computer be doing sometime, man? It say I got an internet service. How I got an internet service error when I'm on the internet with y'all? This what I be talking about. This what I be talking about when I be like my computer acting stupid. Let me open my Ninja Trade up. Where's my mouse? Come on. Open my Ninja Trade up. If y'all on IG, please pull up the YouTube and hang out with us so y'all can see the screen too. What them jobless numbers were looking like. See what I'm saying? It's tripping. This thing is tripping. I'm on the internet. Can y'all see me? Y'all can still see me, right? Y'all can still see me, right? But it's telling me that what's going on, Robinson? Welcome. Welcome, Robinson. You say it's going down? Okay, so the jobless claim numbers must have been elevated. What's going on, Robinson? Hines said it's going down. So the initial jobless claims numbers must have been elevated. Let's try this one more time. Why Econo Day not working? Let's try Forex Factor. It might be Econo Day that's not working. Okay. Non-farm payroll probably. No, the job numbers was yesterday. Today was non-farm payroll. I'm tripping. Seattle. I need Econo Day because I don't know how to look at the okay, over here. I don't know how to look at Forex Factory. Charlie. Non-farm payroll change. Forecast 260. Actual 372. I don't know how to look at stuff on Forex Factory. 260. Okay, the previous was 384. This time it was okay. This it right here. Charlie. So they forecasted 260 and it was 372. Oh, I know the market hated that. Previously it was 380. This time it was 372, but the forecast was only 260. That was horrible. 500,000 more than projected. Non-farm payroll right in line, fell right in line. 0.3 actuals, 0.3. Non-farm payroll fell right in line. Oh no, I was looking at the hourly earnings. Oh, that's the non-farm payroll. Yeah, yeah. I was looking at that. The unemployment rate. And then that unemployment rate fell right in line with the forecast. So the unemployment rate fell in line with the forecast. The non-farm payroll change was high, and the average hourly earnings fell right in line with what they and my site ain't working. My favorite site ain't working how I like to look at it. But let's see how what the market do. Cause I said I don't think the market like that at all. Let's see if I was correct. Somebody said go down. Oh, the rubber band has stretched beyond. Appreciate that, Gabriel. The rubber band has stretched beyond. I appreciate that. Y'all keeping me up on game. What's up, Sonya? What's going on, Sonya? Econo Day is down. Yeah, I see that. I appreciate that, Brandon. I appreciate that. Early birthday. Okay, Ninja Trader is up. Ninja Trader is up. Ninja Trader is up. No, Ninja Trader is not up. What's going on? Oh yeah, Ninja Trader is up. This is. Wait a minute. What is this doing? It's saying it's up, but it's showing the time when I was in here this morning. I got to reload. I'm going to have to reload this. I just opened this up. I literally just opened this. See what I tell y'all? Y'all think I be tripping when I be like, this computer be acting stupid, man. The feds are in my machine. The market about to open up in 1 minute. And I ain't talked about nothing yet. So if anybody got to go and trade, I appreciate you for hanging out with the boy. I really do. Please hit the like button on your way out the door. I really do appreciate you. But see how let me somebody put me up on game. They said you could just right click and hit reload. There you go. Charlie, hey, and then Charlie again. Yes, I was correct. The market did not like that. The market did not like that at all. Okay. Y'all see what how the chart was stuck when I had came in earlier and I had marked out this sell side liquidity right here that I was peeping. I have marked out this buy side liquidity up here. So we went down, got the sell side at 7:30. I was in here early this morning. It was like this we was on this candle right here. So that's the 6 o'clock. No, let me see. Yes, we was on this candle right here. We was forming this candle right here when I was in here because I marked out these lows here. And what I did, I had actually marked it to this low over here because this candle hadn't touched it yet. We had these two equal lows right here, and we were up around here somewhere. So I marked it out because this candle hadn't touched it yet. And then so we came down and we took that if you notice right here, the high of the first had been like supporting price for a few days. The high of the first had been supporting price for a few days. That's why I left it there, right? Now that we done blast, slap through it, I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. But the high of the first was like supporting price, because if you notice, it was just sitting on top of the high of the first. It dipped down below it yesterday a little bit, then it came right back and was sitting on it. You know what I'm saying? It was sitting right there above, pause. It was sitting above the price, and then it started pushing back up, right? So as we see, we came back up, we took this buy side, right? We took this buy side, and then after the news came out, we quickly sold off. Quickly sold off. Parabolically sold off, right? Let's see what kind of gap work, wick work that it did. Let's go to the daily and see if it did any nope, didn't take care of no daily gap work, because I got the daily gaps marked out. Got my daily gaps marked out. Didn't take care of no daily gap work. We have these two down close candles right here. See right here, price was see how it came down and touched the open of the first, and then we went back up and we was respecting the high of the first. Like this area right here was a strong area of support for the market. The market had a whole lot of respect for the high. See, because that was the low. That was, get out the way, candle. That was yesterday's low, right? Yesterday's low kissed the top of the first, it kissed the open of the first, and then the price throughout the third, and the price throughout the day was I said the third, but the price throughout yesterday, the fourth, was respecting the high of the first right here. The high, it was respecting that level there. So right up in this area here, it was really respecting that area there. Matter of fact, I want to look at that and see what's going on in there. Mark this out. I want to see what's going on in that area. Yeah, area. Want to look at that and see what's going on in that area when I drop back down. So we have come back down, and we're trying to go up a little bit. Look like it into these two down close candles right here. Let's see if they utilize these candles right here as some type of order block and to push it back up. Let's drop down to 4 hour. We came down, took care of some 4 hour gap work right here. It's a teeny tiny 4 hour gap right there. No 4 hour gap here. We came right down into this down close candle here, coming down, went 50% of that candle there, and then now we're pushing back up. All right, so we got some gap work here. Just want to see what did it go to, if it's just bouncing back up to take us down. This is the bottom of this box that I drew out, the high, the low. Yesterday's low is right at a 4 hour breaking structure. So let's see if we blow through that, or if we hit that and go back down. Let's see what we do. Yesterday's low is right at a 4 hour breaking structure. Hourly. We came down and got this hour fair. I just deleted this last night. Y'all remember when I had this hourly fair value gap marked out on my chart yesterday? Last night I was like, man, it don't look like the market gonna come back down there and get there right now. Let me clean all this junk up. Cause remember, I had a bunch of lines. I had a whole bunch of daily lines, like down here. I had a daily line down here somewhere. I had a bunch of daily lines. And I like, well, the market ain't acting like it's trying to go down there. Let me move that out the way until we start pulling back again one day, right? It just came down and took care of this hourly fair value gap, right? Just took care of this hourly fair value gap. Let's see if these down close counters here, you know what I'm saying, act as some type of support, or are we just gonna keep on blasting down and come try to get some of this gap work down here? We need to go ahead and get that gap work. I ain't gonna hold you. I wish we would have got that gap work already, but let's see how much strength the Bulls got. Let's see how much strength the Bulls got. Yeah, so we had the hourly fair value gap here that I just erased, right? Algo shot all the way down, took care of that, got into this right here. Got into this, went 50% of this candle right here. I be looking at where price be stopping, right? And just be, I just be studying how it be acting, right? And like I see how a lot of times, see how this right here, when this candle was here, it came up about 50% of that candle and sold off. Then it came up again and sold off. And then when it blasted through it, then when it came back to that same candle, it halted at like roughly 50%. It halted at roughly the same spot. It was halting that on the downside. I be looking at stuff like that. I be taking notes of stuff like that and like adding it to my notes and seeing how often I see that. And I be seeing that happen like repeatedly. I be seeing that happen repeatedly, like all the time. Right. That's why a lot of times you be hearing me say, oh, we came to 50% of that candle, because I be making a mental note of the candles where we reacted to 50% of that candle. And I be seeing that a lot right there, how we came halfway through that candle and sold down. And then once we came up through it and sold down and blast back through it, now that we done came all the way back down, we stopped on a dime, like halfway through it again, almost wick for wick. You know what I'm saying? Almost wick for wick. But I be looking at stuff like that. I be looking at stuff like that right there. Let's go to the 15-minute real quick. Again, that's the same breaking structure. It's a 15-minute breaking structure. It's a 2-hour breaking structure. 60-minute breaking structure. Is all the levels lining up with a breaking structure right there at yesterday's low, right? That's so, and we pushing, we pushing. Let's see if we get back up to that and continue to sell off, or will we get back to that and just try to climb? Let's see if the bulls like really want to go up. The algos ain't like the news, but the market is in buy mode. Let's see what happened. What's this? 15 minutes. On 15 minutes, more gap work that it came down and filled. Again, we got more gap work that it came down and filled, and it's on the 15-minute. No other gap. I forgot to check the 60 to see if it was any other gap work below it. No. Oh yeah, it's some gap work right there on the 15-minute. I forgot to check the 60. How y'all gonna let me forget to check the 60 for the gap work below where we had went down to, man? Y'all letting me slip, man. Y'all got me slipping. Y'all got me slipping. Probably cause I'm sleeping. Probably cause I just woke up. All right. Then we got the gap work. Let's jump back up to the 60. Check it for some gap work. Check it for some gap work. No more gap work on the 60 below the daily. I mean anything before we hit the daily. All right. So the 60 took care of all the 60-minute gaps. Nothing below that. Except when we get to the daily gap. All right. 15-minute. We got that the one gap down there that we didn't take, and then the daily gap start the equal lows and where the liquidity would be resting if we going down to get that sell side liquidity. If we going to get that, if we coming down to get this sell side liquidity, it'll be resting below the top of this gap. The top of the gap is at 40.81. So you know what I'm saying, it'll be, if it's trying to get down there to get the liquidity, it's got to go down below 40.81 to get the sell side liquidity, the main liquidity. Like where this gap is right here, I'm not counting that low right there as the liquidity that is trying to get to, because that's not the start of the move. The start of the move is down here. Well, this is the start of the leg. I ain't gonna hold you. This is the start of the leg, but the start of the leg is just a stone's throw away from these equal lows. So the start of the leg, the low would be 40.84.25. Just say 40.84, but it's just the equal lows are resting right here around 40.81. Right, so that's just a stone's throw away. So that's the same area, close enough for government work. If that's where the market trying to get to this morning, once the market opened though, it's just been on a tear to the upside, acting like it don't want to come back down. It's been on a tear to the upside, blew through this 15-minute fair value gap right here, blew slap through it, disrespected it. Disrespected. It's acting like it don't want to stop. We consolidated a little bit. Blast through this 5-minute fair value gap. Blast through there. It's acting like it don't want to stop. Trying to carve out a swing high. It's acting like it's trying to carve out a swing high right now. It's acting like it's trying to carve out a swing high right now. If this 5-minute fair value gap do its job, if it start trading back down and this 5-minute fair value gap do its job, it's got the potential to bounce up some more. But it's acting really. Let's look at all three indices. The Dow pushing. The Dow is still pegged out to the top side. The Dow pegged out to the top side. Let's see. Look like the Dow was relative strength wise. The Dow was actually leading relative strength wise before the news dropped. Because if you look at the Dow, this 8 o'clock candle on the Dow, the almost the low of the candle is at yesterday's close. The NQ, almost the close of the candle, almost the high of the candle was at the close, and the baby in the middle is roughly in the middle, right? So the Dow was leading relative strength wise on today. And then once the news hit, the Dow came up to the top of the overnight consolidation and then dropped off. The NQ didn't get to the top of the overnight consolidation, and the ES came closer than the NQ, but the Dow was leading relative strength wise. Let's see where it got to. The Dow, see, much closer. The Dow's much closer to them lows than the NQ, but the NQ had stretched out a lot farther. The NQ and the ES, see here, if you look at the highs, right? These equal highs right here, these peaks right there, that's where the right here, these equal peaks here on the ES, that's where the support, that's where the area where the price was like supporting that. It was staying above those peaks right there. If you look at them peaks on the NQ, the NQ got back down to those peaks. It's like the NQ is like on a breaking structure retest right now. We broke structure there on the NQ. The NQ came down. It's retesting that breaking structure right there. Hurt stopped right there at where we broke structure on the NQ. The Dow never even got to those peaks like the ES and the NQ. The Dow never even made it up to those peaks. So now is the NQ pulling everything down to its breaking structure retest? Is that what happening? Because like looking at the NQ, I could see clearly why the market is pausing right there. Right? I could see because we coming right back down here and we testing this, we at this breaking structure, getting ready to test that. It's a clear indication of why the NQ stopping right here. Right? Why the NQ stopping right here. But everything else, like why the Dow stopping here is foggy. Why the ES stopping here is foggy. Yeah, there's some little fair value gaps down there and all that, but it's foggy. Like, hey, why did we stop right here? You know what I'm saying? Is that what's going on? These kind of questions that be in little Timmy Rogers' head. I go to asking these questions, and the Dow still got the most strength. The NQ, see how the NQ, like look at the candle on the NQ. You know what I'm saying? Look at the count on the ES, because the Dow, the NQ down there, the Dow up here, in the ES, like, mama, daddy, which way do I go? Mom, which way do I go? Yeah. Let's see how this freaky price action work out. We done carved out that a 5-minute swing high. We done carved out a 5-minute swing high. If this fair value gap do its job, which is to spring price back up, because we disrespected this fair value gap, right? The market ain't have no intentions of continuing down from here, right? From this area right here, the market ain't got no intentions of continuing down, because we sold down, paused, right? Sold down some more, consolidated, right? This consolidation right here, looking like it was consolidating longs. The reason why I said it looked like it was consolidating longs, because once it consolidated here for a while, ping out, it took off to the upside and disrespected this fair value gap. Blue slapped through it, right? Blue slapped through it, wax on, right? Blew through it, wax on. So now, if this fair value gap does its job, we got the wax on for this fair value gap, right? We got the wax on for this fair value gap right here. Come here, you stupid thing. Okay, so boom, wax on, right? If we come back down, get into this fifth and go through this fair value gap, wax off, right? Gap fill retracement, reprice, rebalance, however you want to read it, right? So if we boop, come through here, that do its job. It's got the potential to continue back up, right? And it's acting like it don't even want to come back to the fair value gap, right? Showing a lot of strength right now. Showing a lot of strength. Come on, get down and handle that gap work. I see how this play out, man. And this one thing I hate about big news candles. For my trading style, it puts me in like a really bad position, because I have to sit there and miss beautiful moves because I have to wait for my setup to form. You know what I'm saying? Wait for my setup to form, because I'm not a scalper. And I got a specific setup that I be looking for. I have to sit there and wait for my setup to form. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm watching this on this lower time frame, watching to see if this fair value gap gonna do its job. I'm like, okay, this one got disrespected. The market ain't got no intentions of going down at its immediate time off of this area right here. Blast right through it, right? So now if we come back down and get back into this area right here, this area here should support it and push it back up. You know what I'm saying? But now we done blast through it, and we acting like we don't even want to come back to the fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? Acting like we don't want to come back to the fair value gap. Right? Still looking real bullish. Still looking real bullish. Let's see what happens once we get right here to yesterday's low. Remember, yesterday's low was another breaking structure on like all the time frames. on all the time frames. Oh, I was supposed to be looking at what was going on with this area. I'm like, why is that box there? I was supposed to be looking at what was going on in that area, because that was like an area that was like really, really supporting price. That sound like Kevin Gates. Really, really. They asked me if I'm lying. I say, really, really. I ain't looked at nothing in the chat. What y'all been talking about in the chat? Y'all been saying anything in the chat? You love it, 100. 100 say you love it. Biggest bear in town. 100. Hey, you been doing good, 100. Just chill out. Just watch it, man. Just watch it. You ain't got to trade every day. I see that. I just said this. It all on the same sheet of music. You feel me? You feel me? Happy birthday. I saw that. Hit the like button. Appreciate that. Hit the like button. Them algos got tired of you exposing them. We're gonna see how much strength the Bulls have for today. Yes, we are. The 40-80 on the ES 1 hour looks juicy with those equal lows. Stop loss too short would have to be way too big for me though. Oh, stop loss too short from the equal lows on at 480. Oh yeah, right here. Oh yeah. Nah, man. Nah, stop loss for going off of this. Let me drop down in the time frame. Let me see what it's looking like on the owl is way too far. 15. That's the breaking structure. We're talking about shorten. Shorten. I'm looking the wrong way. So boom there. Man, everything is caught up in this wick right here. So everything, the ideal, what's the name called? We took off. See, even on a 5-minute count, it's way up there. I'm looking to the bottom like a big dummy. Look at that. Even on a 1-minute count, like everything, this was like, so oh no, I was looking the right way because you said 40-80. I just got all kind of confused. 40-80. I'm totally confused now because you got stop loss to short from 40-80. You talk about short. We coming down to 40-80, so that will be I'm lost. I don't know. I'm lost on that right there. I'm lost on that one. Maybe I'm just not thinking right, but I'm lost on that one now. And when you drop down to a 1 minute, see how the 1 minute like trying to walk his way back up? See how the 1 minute trying to walk his way back up? See how this down close candle here supported price and pushed it back up to make another breaking structure? The 1 minute like slowly trying to build its case. See, that's what I be talking about, how like with my trading style, I be missing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we came down here, we consolidated there for a minute, dropped down, and then this one we soaked up all the longs and started pushing back up. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We pushed back up, and then now we slowly inching our way back up. Slowly inching our way back up. And we had started collecting. We consolidated here and pushed before we pushed down. Because that's the main news counter right there. That's the initial news counter right there. And it dropped. How big was that news counter? It opened up at 41.0s. I mean, yeah, 41.60, and then it closed at 41.27. Whoo, that was almost a 40-point candle. That was like 30-some points from open to close. Let's see what it was from high to low. 41.61.25 to 41.25.25. 4160, 125 to 4121. What did I say? 4125.25. 36-point candle in 1 minute. 36-point candle in 1 minute. That's a mean little news candle. We getting, yeah, see, it never went back. It didn't go back to where I was looking at, did it? What was I on? 5 minute? Yep, see, it never even went back. It never went back to this right here. It ain't got no intention of going back right now. It may not come back, and it still could come back, but it may not come back to this area until, you know what I'm saying, later on, like after 11 o'clock. A lot of times it'll do that. Like spots I'll be looking at, be like, hey, we need to get down to this. And then we never come back to it until like 11, 12 o'clock that day. If it be a whole lot of momentum in one direction. And looking at the hourly on the Dow still put the ES starting to push too. ES starting to push too. They not really pumping no money into the NQ right now. They putting all the money in the Dow and the ES because they pushing. The NQ came back to the NQ came back to the breaking structure to the downside, kind of sold off a little bit. So right here, where we waiting for the ES to get to, when the NQ got there, we sold off just a little bit. The Dow has just got there. The Dow just got there. Let's see how it act. It's pushing back a little bit, but the Dow just got to the breaking structure. The ES is still almost there. It's almost there. I'm up 10% on the week, so I ain't gonna do no trading today unless it's just something magnificent. I'm the magnificent. It's got to be something magnificent for me to take a trade today. I'm up 10% on the week, including my little debacle with the MES. I got punched in the mouth. Lost 2 trades in 1 day on the MES. My trading performance for the my glorious comeback to the futures is horrible. It is horrible right now. I'm batting 1 out of, see, it was 1 out of 4. Then I just lost 2. So I'm batting 1 out of 5. Why y'all don't live looking at me? I can't trade. I don't know what I'm doing. Man. But y'all know I ain't no day trader. Y'all know I ain't no day trader. I be seeing this stuff from afar off. The date I got, it's like I got to get into like scalp mode, man, for this day trading. Like PDub say, take your 10 and go. I gotta take my 10 and go, man. Gotta take my 10 and go. While we sit up here looking at these little 5-minute candles form out. While we watch these little 5-minute candles form out, let me look at the chat. Oh, I ain't put the link in the chat for y'all. I jolly pies, man. The link is in the chat if anybody want to pull up and ask anything. Anybody want to pull up and share anything, the link is in the chat. We just went into the 10 o'clock hour. The link is in the chat. The 9 o'clock hour turned out to be almost a split decision. Almost a split. The algos pushed it down forever, and then once the market opened up, it fought back a little bit, but not quite a 50-50 thing. Algo trading won out overall. The NQ is still testing the breaking structure. The Dow is still testing the same breaking structure area. The ES still hasn't made it there yet. Let's see. Let me see what y'all talk about. Anything? Y'all ain't saying nothing else. Oh, you were saying you was trying to short from now to 40.80. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was totally confused. But the shortstop would have been like 41.60. Yeah. I was totally confused on what yeah. This is what trading is, man. This is what trading is. Sitting here just watching. This is what trading is. Trading is just sitting here and watching. That, you know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You have a plan, you put together a plan. Let's just talk a little bit while we watching these candles form out. Again, the link is in the chat if anybody want to pull up, right? So trading is all about the way I trade. I could just let me break down little Timmy Rogers style, right? I'm gonna go on full screen. Y'all want me to go on full screen and just talk, or y'all want me to leave the chart up so y'all can watch the candles too, right? If y'all want me to go full screen and just run my mouth, hit one, put a one in the chat. If y'all want me to leave it up there so you can see the chart while I run my mouth, hit put a two in the chat. ES getting back to the breaking structure right now. The ES back to the breaking structure. The NQ it's at the breaking structure again. It's getting back to the high. It's trying to get back to the high of the 9 o'clock candle. The Dow pushing still. The Dow broke past the high. The ES is gassing. The ES is gassing right now. The bulls say they ain't came to play. The ES is, you see, I see some tools. So I'm just gonna run my mouth and I'm gonna run my mouth and leave the chart up there. The ES gassing. As you see, before I'm gonna get back to it. Right, as you see right here. This is what I was telling you when I was like, it's gassing, and let's see if we get back to this fair value gap, because it disrespected this one over here. It disrespected this fair value gap, right? Let me change this real quick. I can't remember how you change it. I ain't did it in a while. Control R. I'm gonna change to this one here so you can know exactly what I'm talking about. It disrespected this fair value gap, right? And then how do I put it back again? Control Q. Okay, so it disrespected this fair value gap, blast through it right after accumulating loans, right? Then it made this fair value gap right here. I was like, if it get back down to here and this fair value gap do its job, we got the potential to keep going up in the time being. Not saying that it's gonna be permanent, but in the time being, because the way the market was trading, we came down here, stopped, retraced a little bit, came down, accumulated loans and blast off. And I can tell we accumulated loans because we blast off. If we would have accumulated here and went down, we would just accumulating more shorts. We accumulated loans and we blast off and disrespected this fair value gap, right? And so we never got back to this fair value gap, right? And we just kept going because it was too much strength, right? Can we come back down like after the 11 o'clock hour and get into this fair value gap? Yes, we can. You know what I'm saying? I hope we do. But just at the moment, the momentum was just too bullish and it never came back to this fair value gap right there. Let me mark it out before I drop down lower. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Let me mark this before I drop low. I'm gonna get back to what I was saying in a minute. I promise you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Didn't get back to the 4-minute fair value gap, right? The bullish momentum was too strong. Didn't get back to the 4-minute fair value gap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Didn't get back to the 3-minute fair value gap. Neither one of them. We had one here between these candles, and we had a big one here that was inside this 5-minute and went a little bit deeper. Pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Didn't get back to the 2-minute fair value gap. See, it's like the momentum was just too bullish. You see what I'm saying? The momentum was too bullish. So no matter how you look at it, even if I was trying to trade today, right, the market didn't give me my entry. And this is what it like to do to you sometimes. This is when the discipline come in. I ain't even gonna go to the 1 minute. I'm just gonna leave it on these 5-minute candles and start to run my mouth, right? I'm gonna leave it on these 5-minute candles and start to run my mouth. So what I was saying is, this is trading, man. This is day trading. I feel like Stock Baby right now. You know, Stock Baby giving us the philo. I feel like Stock Baby right now. So it's about, for me, it's about knowing the narrative, like understanding the narrative. What's the narrative in the market, right? They trying to paint the narrative that there's no recession. If it is a recession, it's going to be a soft landing. They're trying to get us out of our bearish mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Get us out of our bearish mind state. That's the narrative right now, right? So will there be bearish days during bullish narratives? Yes. Will there be bullish days during bearish narratives? Yes. Right? But it's about understanding the narrative and what they're trying to paint, right? What they're trying to paint at the time. A lot of people a lot of people get caught up in like, oh, this a bull trap, this a bear trap. You know what I'm saying? I try not to get caught up in that stuff. I just try to listen to what the price action is telling me. You know what I'm saying? And right now, the price action is telling me, we bullish. We bullish. That's what the price. We are still in a bear market, but right now the price action is telling me we bullish. The price action has been saying this to me since the beginning of July. Y'all already know I said I was bullish. I was bullish on the market for at least the first 2 weeks of July. Right? The first week was beautiful. The second week was and then the rest of July, once we got to that third week, I was like, oh, the bulls ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, I'm gonna ride with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I've been riding with the bulls, and the market still ain't proved me wrong. You know what I'm saying? The market still ain't proved that thesis wrong. So understand the narrative, right? Understand the bias. The bias been bullish. We are in a bear market, but the bias has been bullish, right? I'm not saying jump out there and try to be swinging stuff, right? The first opportunity to catch a swing, I missed it. I shared that with everybody. I can't believe I did not go see my baby. I'm so sorry. Y'all sing it with me, please. Spy-Leen, where you at, baby? Here I go. What's up, Spy-Leen? I'm so sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Spy-Leen. Right? So, the first opportunity to try to swing something, right, during this run, right? This was the run right here. Remember what I told you? Around that second week, I was like, oh, y'all ain't playing. Right? Right there. Y'all ain't playing. Right? Let's go to weekly candles while I run my mouth. Right? Let me move. I'm gonna put Spy-Leen on the side so we can see the we can keep seeing the chart. All right. So yes, that's good for y'all. All right. So these weekly candles on Spy-Leen, right? This right here is the first week of July. This big green candle. Because I say I'm bullish for the first 2 weeks of July. Right? Go back and check the tape if you don't believe me. We pushing. We pushing. We getting back to the 5-minute breaking structure where we broke structure on the 5-minute candle right here. We have blown through the 15 and the 60. We broke structure here on the 15 and the 60 at yesterday's low. We got another breaking structure on the 60 right here that we just got to. I didn't see that one. I just saw this main one, but we just got back to this breaking structure on the 60-minute right here. I missed that one the first time. Right? But we blew through this one here. We disrespected that one, right? But we just got back to another breaking structure on the seat. But we pushing. Look at this. All gas. This all gas. And it didn't give me no kind of entry for my trading style. Now, I said I wasn't planning on trading, but it had to be something miraculous to make me take a trade. It hasn't given me anything for my trading style, right? It's just been all gas, right? And we already mapped out the stuff that I would have been looking at to try to get into. It's been all gas, right? So what I was saying, this was the second week right here, wasn't that pretty? And this week right here, this the week when I was like, oh, y'all ain't playing. Like during the second week, they started showing off, but this is when they convinced me they weren't playing, right? And so the opportunity to try to get into some kind of swing during this price leg, we had 1, for a longer term, which was right here, this pullback right here, right? That I missed when we came back into this breaker, if you will, into this fair value gap, if you will, into this breaking structure. That's the one where I was trying to get the August 12th swings, right? I was trying to get the August 390s, I think it was, and I missed it. That was the opportunity to get a swing, right? That would have worked out. I missed it, right? So I got in when we pulled back here. When we did this pullback right here, I got in, and then I got out on when did I get out? I got it on the 2nd, got out on the 3rd. Yeah. I got in this day, got out this day. I hit my profit target. I got some August 12th 410s. I got in, I got out. The reason why I got in and got out, because the rubber band has been really stretched. Down here, the rubber band wasn't stretched out yet. I was going to get it and let it ride some. Up here, this was just a quick little dip my toe in and out. I closed it in one day. I bought it for next week. Yes, I bought it for 1 week out, closed it out the next day. That's how I ain't trying to play around with no short-term stuff. That's real short for me, buying the next week out. But like I was saying, the narrative right now is bullish, right? The narrative, they trying to convince us to not be bearish. Is they trying to shift us into a bullish narrative, right? Right now, the momentum and the bias is bullish. It's clear. It's bullish right now, right? So, that's why I be looking for reasons to buy, because it's bullish. I'm not looking for reasons to sell because I'm primarily a swing trader, right? So I'm looking for reasons to buy because the market is bullish right now, right? When it comes to trading, when you're trying to be a day trader, this is day trading, sitting down and waiting for your setup, right? It didn't give me my setup. So y'all see, I'm right here on live with y'all watching this vainglorious run up without me, because it didn't come back to where I needed to come to for my trading style. On every single level, every single price level that we went through, from 15 minutes on down, because we on 15-minute candles right now. That's the fair value gap right here. See, I marked out the 5-minute. I marked it out on 5-minute. But from 15 minutes on down, nothing came back into my fair value. I'm a fair value gap trader. Oh, Chris, you must be new here. You must be new here, Chris. Hey, Chris, new here. Hey, Chris, my setup is my setup. Well, I'm walking you through my setup right now. My setup, I don't trade based off of a setup, right? This I trade everything I've been saying right now is what I trade based off of. I start with the narrative, right? I start with a narrative. How I was talking about they trying to shift our mindset out of being bearish, trying to shift us into being bullish. I start with the narrative, right? And then once I get the narrative, okay, we in a bullish narrative, right? Then if we're in a bullish narrative, right, I'm gonna look to see what the bias is, right? If the bias is bullish and the narrative is bullish, okay, we good. The narrative and the bias is in sync, right? We move, we got like a bullish trend going, and they trying to shift our mind to think bullish. So we in sync with the narrative, we in sync with the bias, right? So boom, we in sync with it. And then once we get in sync with it, that's when I start looking for my entry, right? And my entry is my setup entry, whatever you want to call it. Let's look at the SPY right here, right? Back in the day, I used to call it, y'all remember when I first started talking, I learned it from ICT. I used to call it the liquidity run reversal, right? So we came down here, splashed. We splashed into the liquidity pool right here. Boom. Came in, splashed, ran liquidity, splashed into the pool. We're making swing lows and swing highs, right? These daily candles we looking at, I use it on all time frames, right? We swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. Came up here and we broke this swing high right here, right? We broke this swing high, Very next candle, we formed a fair value gap right there, right? We formed, where's my thing at? There it is. We formed the fair value gap right there on the very next candle, right? We formed the fair value gap. Boom. Got our fair value gap right there, right? Breaking structure, fair value gap. Go to the bottom. Not the bottom. That's the wrong spot. I went to the wrong price leg. Boom. The bottom, the most recent leg of that run, right? You probably can't see it because it's scrunched up. Let's stretch it out some. So we got a breaking structure right here. We got a fair value gap right here. We got the 50% discount right all lined up. That's why I was trying to buy in right there. That's my setup, right? Run liquidity, start forming swing low, swing high, break one in one direction. If it break in the direction of the narrative of the bias, boom, I'm Gucci. I'm going with the bias. I'm going with the narrative, right? Got my breaking structure, got my fair value gap, retracement back to 50% of the price leg or more, getting to the discount of the price leg, boom, in the discount of the price leg. I set my, I just, was a little overzealous with my entry price. I set my entry price to 950. I mean, 925. It only came down to 950 on my options, and then it took off without me. It left me, but that's my entry right there. Know the narrative, know the bias, get the breaking structure, get the fair value gap, trade back to the fair value gap that's in the discount of the price leg, and then that's my entry. That's my setup. That's what I look for. That's the way I do it. But I don't do it based off of just the setup. I do it based off of the glad I did go short. I'm glad you didn't go short too. I just look for reasons to buy unless the short is just glare. And then plus, dig this now. Dig this. I'm glad you said that, Steve. I'm glad you said that, Steve. Right? So looking at this right here, let's talk about that, Steve. That's a good teaching moment, right? That's a good teaching moment. Let me get fancy dancing. I'm gonna move this mic around, y'all. I want to draw on the screen. That's why I'm moving the mic around. Y'all hold on. Y'all bear with me. Right? Let me swap it over to my other screen. Oh, forgot to take the pen out. Let me swap it over to my other screen real quick so I can get fancy dancing. All right. Let me see if I can do this. Oh yeah, I forgot I got to shrink it before I bring it down here because the screen is a lot bigger up there. All right. And I got a glare on the screen. Can't hardly see it. It got a bad glare on the screen. Okay. All right, here we go. Y'all can see the screen. Yes, y'all can see the screen. Okay, let's talk about this right here. Oh, and I ain't got my glasses. I'm tripping. All right, so let's get a screenshot of this right here so we can talk this out. Can we talk for a minute? All right. So Steve was talking about 480, right? Steve was talking about 480. What color I got on here? Green. A stupid fat. So Steve was talking about 480, right? Let's just say the top of this, let's say the top of this line right here where Steve looking at short and two. Booyah, right? Steve talking about short and to them. When we was talking about it, where we was at, let's just say I think we might have been like around this area right here. Let's say we was around this area right here because I need to make these lines a whole lot smaller. I'll leave that one now. Yeah, that's better. All right.
So we was in this candle right here. We was in this candle right here. So let's just say we was like right around this area right there, right? Right. So if we look at here, right, you're trying to get to here, right? And the news candle started there. Can somebody tell me what this is right here? Right? The area that we in right there. Let me draw it out for you. When you're driving, somebody tell me what this is right here. Right? Where we at? Huh? Somebody put in the chat where we at right there. Right there, when Steve was talking about shorting down to here. Where were we? Somebody put it in the chat for me while I get my vocals together. If Steve was talking about shorting here, right, and we started up here, and at the time when he said it, when he was like, hey, it'd be nice to, it's looking juicy to go short to down there. Where is this right here? There you go, Rich. There you go, Rich. Rich, you got it, Rich. Although we've come to the middle of the road. We're in the middle of the road. We're in the middle of the road. Appreciate that, Rhonda Green. We're in the middle of the road. I never tried to do anything in the middle of the road. I don't mess with the middle of the road. You feel me? Right? Me and the middle of the road don't get along. Why? Why I don't mess with the middle of the road? Because you don't, the market ain't giving you a clear indication of what way it want to go. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't get into nothing in the middle of the road, right? Until it give me a reason to jump in. Just like this right here, this little box right here, this little box that I drew up right there. Let me get all this other junk off here. Get out of here, middle of the road. Get out of here, middle of the road. Bye-bye. This little box right, let me, hold on. Get you out of there. This little box right here, that was my reason to try to go long. See what I'm saying? That was my reason to try to go long, right? This area right here, I was watching this area right here. So if we got here and rejected off, then I would have been looking for a reason to go short in this price leg right here, right? But if we got here and start going down and start dilly-dallying, I would have just sat on my hands again because the market ain't giving me no clear indication I want to keep going down, right? Because the bias is bullish. The narrative is bullish. So I need, this is why I was looking for this as my trading style confirmation to go long, right? I never try to get into anything in the middle of the road, because if you would have got in a short in here based off of this fall, oh, we failed dramatically. Can y'all see my, y'all can't even see my mouse. This right here. If you did, well, we failed dramatically right here, right? So I'm just gonna jump in on this little retracement and go back down. The fair value gaps were getting disrespected to the downside, right? That was the market saying, I don't want to go back down at this immediate time, right? So if you try to jump in to go short in the middle of the road, you just got ran over like a frog. You just got ran over just like a frog, right? Hopefully that helps somebody and y'all can understand what I'm saying when I say that. But that's why I don't like to Little Timmy karaoke price of admission. Okay, then it's worth the price of admission. All right, appreciate that, Steve. Appreciate that. I'm just here to help, man. I'm just here to help. And like I say, I'm up 10%. Oh, let's do this right here. Let's do this right here for everybody that be wanting to hit them home runs, right? Let's do this right here. Let's do this right here. I made a spreadsheet that I would like to share with y'all, right? I meant to I was going to do this on a live with like my financial advisor, one of my financial advisors, Eric. Dustin can't make it this time, but Eric, he just as dope as Dustin. I was gonna share this on a live with Eric and Q. I'm just waiting on Q to get back with me and let me know if I'm probably call him. Q be busy. He be mad busy. I'm trying to give him, you know what I'm saying? His I'm confused because I'm on the other screen. I'm on the screen to the bottom, so I'm like confused. So what I did, right? What I did was I made this little thing, right? Starting for week ending August 5th, and then I just ran it out for a year. I just ran it out for a whole year, right? And I know, you know what I'm saying, you see a whole lot of things that be like, you know, if you do this, you can do that. If you do this, you can do that, right? So I just put this together to show people that you don't have to hit home runs, right? You don't have to hit home runs, right? Starting with a $2,000 account, right? Initial cash, $2,000, right? Like, and I thought about it because I was like, hey, I made 10% this week off of one trade. I made 10%. That's just 10% in this one account, right? Mind you, I took the same trade in other accounts, but when I be talking about, you know what I'm saying, my week, I be talking about my active trading account. Like I took the trade in my mama account. I took the trade in my larger account, like my long-term larger account. But it's like I don't trade in them all the time. The only time I take a trade in those is if it's like show enough, right? And if it start going against me in those, I'm cutting ties immediately. Now, I do act a little risky, Roger, sometimes with my trading account where I try to play defense and try to fight back against it. I don't advise y'all to do that. But with those accounts, I don't play at all. I cut ties immediately. Hey, get out of here, right? But when I be talking about the percentage I made, I be talking about my trading account, and that's the one I be reporting live to y'all, right? I ain't gonna report everything to it because I just ain't got to, but I just be trying to share as much as I can. Anyway, I made 10% this week. So I sat down the other day and I made up this cause me and my wife was having a conversation, and I made up this spreadsheet to show, right? Because people frown at the amount of money that you make, right? People say, if you say, okay, I made $200 this week, people looking like that ain't no money. That ain't nothing, because everybody looking for the home runs, right? They looking for the home runs, right? So if you got a $2,000 account and you made 10%, right? Somebody gonna be looking at you crazy because you be like, oh man, I made $200 this week. You all happy, but then you got this hater over there like, man, $200 ain't no money. I spent $200 at dinner in one night. Good for you, fat boy. Stop eating so much. Hey, them just jokes. I love fat people too. My mama fat, right? I'm fat. Look at my belly. But right, so it's like when you just focus on not losing money, right? If you hit a goal that some people think is low, if you hit 10% of your portfolio, right? You try not to lose. I'm personally trying not to lose 2%, right? And then me personally, I like to have trade setups. I'm a swing trader. I like to get trade setups that's gonna give me at least 5-1. No lower than 3-1. 3-1 is the smallest risk to reward I'm gonna take on a trade. But ideally, I'm trying to get 5-1 on my trades. So if I'm risking 2% a week, I want at least 10% a week. You see what I'm saying? Because I want the trade to be at least 5-1. You feel me? So boom, 10% a week. Yeah, you start out with a measly $200 in the beginning, right? Right? But when you get down to the end of December, you're making a nice paycheck per week. You see what I'm saying? That's a nice paycheck per week. Because the same thing you do to get this 10% back here when it's only $200, it's the same thing you're doing at the end of December to get this $1,480. That's a nice weekly paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't trying to hit no home runs. You know what I'm saying? All you're doing is getting 10% of your overall portfolio. That's it. You risking no more than 2% of your overall portfolio, but you're taking swing trades to get you at least 10%. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the swing trade, sometimes you might, some weeks I end up getting 20%. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I end up getting 20% in a week. Sometimes I end up getting 5% in a week. Sometimes I end up getting 15% in a week. But I focus on not losing no more than 2% in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? And so, and digging now, if you growing your account by 10% a week, right? Just starting with $2,000, right? By the end of the year, right? Somebody might scoff at this and be like, man, that ain't nothing. By the end of the year, look where it is. Right? Yeah, this not accounting, and I'm not accounting for any losses in here. Just be transparent up there. But the loss is no more than 2% a week. Right? No more. You're not focusing on making 10%. You're focusing on not losing 2% in the week. If you lose 2% that week, don't trade no more. I made 10% this week and I'm not trading anymore because I got 5-1 already this week. You see what I'm saying? I got 5-1 this week, right? And mind you now, when I got that 5-1, right, I didn't put up 10% of my account. You see what I'm saying? The trade just when you put on proper trade size and you have proper risk management and you let your trades play out on the good side, the same way we get them bad habits of letting the trade just keep running against us forever. When you let the trade play out on the good side, you know what I'm saying? Your gains start to grow exponentially. Because I don't care how much money I make. I just care how much money I lose. You see what I'm saying? I just care how much money I lose. So when I go into a trade, right? When I go into a trade, right? Let me get back fancy dancing. Let me take a screenshot of this right here. Right? Right? When I go into a trade, right? Let's say when I go into a trade, let's say what did I just do? What in the world is it doing? Controls, paste up. Oh, that's my freaking that's my graphics card. What is it doing? My graphics card is messing with the screen for some reason. I don't know what this thing was doing. Okay, so right, I got a $2,000 account, right? $2,000 account, right? So $2,000 times 0.02, $40. So $40 is 2% of this account, right? So I can't lose no more than $40. I can't lose no more than $40 in 1 week, right? Okay, so I'm risking $40. That's all. That's my max risk, right? So if I risk my max on a trade, that means I can only take one trade if I lose. If the trade go against me, I can only take one trade, right? So if I want to give myself some leeway, I need to adjust it. So I'll be like, okay, I want to take 2 trades, right? So if I can take 2 trades, I can't lose no more than $20, right? I can't lose no more than $20. That's an ugly dollar sign, right? So I'm taking 2 trades, right? So now, here we go. $40 is my max risk, right? So now, boom, we got $2. I'm doing 2 trades, right? So let's say I go in and I see my setup is beautiful, right? I see my setup is beautiful. Let's see what what the ES doing. We retracing back a little bit. It's retracing back a little bit into this fair value gap right here. What these are? These 15-minute candles right here. With that right there, I wouldn't be able to trade this fair value gap because the risk would be like way down there. Let's look at it on 5-minute. We coming back. We got this 5-minute fair value gap in the same place with a 5-minute break-in structure. 41.21 plus 8, 41.29. Yep, I wouldn't be able to take that trade either because the risk is outside my risk tolerance on this trade right here. That's how I do it when it's coming back to where I'm looking to take the trade, right? Because we got the setup here with this price leg to there. This fair value gap is in the discount of the leg. This is the breaking structure right here at that fair value gap, right? That would be the spot that I would be trying to get into that trade. But based off this setup on the 5-minute, the stop loss will have to be below this low. That low is 121. I like to put my stop loss a point under the low. So 20 plus 8, right? That'll be 28. That means I couldn't get into this trade until right here. That's outside of that fair value gap. If we go through that fair value gap and get that low down there, now my eyes is on this fair value gap. It may not come to it. But I couldn't take this trade based off this fair value gap because it's outside my risk tolerance. If it got down to this fair value gap right here, 104, 112, 104, 1. So I will be able to get in close to the bottom of the fair value gap. And if I got to come that low, I'm just gonna go to the bottom of the fair value gap, right? So to the bottom of the fair value gap, I'll be able to take it off the bottom of that fair value gap, right? But if we came that far back down, that's further. It's a deeper discount in the price leg than I like to take. So I wouldn't even take that trade because I don't like to take the trade that. And what I mean by further in the discount, let me show you what I'm talking about. Where's my oh, there it is. Right. So coming from here all the way to the top of that price leg right there, right? This the 50%. That's all the way down past 80%. I don't like to take no trade that deep into the discount. I won't even take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like the price done failed. If we get that far down, the price, well, not the price, but that momentum has failed. It's going the other direction, right? I don't like to take trades that deep in the discount. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Okay, so I'm taking 2 trades. Let's say I see my setup, right? I see my setup, and I'm I'm gonna buy let's say I'm gonna get some I can't afford to get like no really far out the money trade, so I'm gonna have to buy it for like this week. I'm gonna have to buy it for like this week sometime, because it's too expensive for me to buy. Instead of trying to guess, let me open up my platform and look at some actual numbers here instead of trying to guess. Y'all give me a minute. Let me log in here. Hopefully this don't make the computer act real glitchy. Y'all let me know if the computer start acting crazy when I open up my platform. A lot of times I'll be opening up this TradeStation platform because it's a desktop platform. I don't really like the web-based version of it. It be like real taxing on the computer. Okay, I saw it on the screen. Where did it go? Oh, it went on the other screen. Y'all see how it popped up? Y'all saw it pop up and then it just went to the other screen. Okay. All right. Let me put this on the SPY. Okay. All right. So the SPY. All right. The day, the 5th. So we got, let's look at the 10th and the 12th. Let's look at the 10th and the 12th, right? Because that's give us a little bit of time. So looking at the 10th, right? Where we at now? What we trading in that? Woo, my eyes so bad. That thing too little for my eyeballs there. Let me put this on the big screen so I can see it. Oh, 413. Charlie, I couldn't see that. I ain't got my glasses, y'all. Don't laugh at me. Okay, so we at 413 right now, right? Okay, let's say we shooting for the 10th. The 10th that give us it's 5 days, because it's 5 trading days away, right? I mean, it's 5 days away, but it's only 3 trading days, and it's going over weekend. Mind you, you know what I'm saying? I don't like trying to buy swings on Friday, but we just using these just for numbers sakes, just so we can get numbers, right? So we got our setup. We got us a nice pullback. Let's say we was up. Let's look at the chart. Okay, so we was up here. Let's say like right where we at right now at 41.42. Got us at 413, right? 41.42 got us at 413, right? And so boom. Let's say it pulled down here. When it came down to 410, let's do this right here. Let's do this right here. Let me get. Oh, I can't bring it over. I can't bring that over on that screen. It won't let me bring that on that screen. So looking at the what's the name? So what time was that when it came? Let's say right here. Let's just say we got in right here at the low of this 950 candle. Right. Let's just say we got in. That was our setup. Boom. That was our setup. We got in at the low of this 950 candle. Right. So the 950 candle, the low of the 950 candle was I'm looking at the time. I need to click on this right here. Let's just do the 415. We're just gonna do the 415 right there. I'm just picking one because that's 414 will be right at the money. We're just gonna do 415 for 5 days away, right? So when I click on that, the low of the 950 candle was $2.07, right? We're just gonna say 210 for government work. We're gonna say 210, right? So we bought a 415 call. We bought a 415 call, right, for $2.10, right? We bought a 415 call for $2.10, right? Now we spent $2.10 to buy the contract, right? So 210 divided by 2,000. That's on in this case, that's actually 10% that we putting up. We putting up 10% of our capital, right? We're putting up 10% of our capital, right? We're not risking. We're putting up 10% of our capital, right? So now our stop loss on this trade right here is going to be, we're doing 2 trades. So our stop loss on this trade right here is going to be 190, right? We're risking $20. We're putting up 210. We're using 210, but we're only risking $20, right? Let's make sure my mathing. 210 minus 20. Yes, my math is mathing, right? So we're putting up 210. Our risk is 190. If it go against us, it's come to 190. We out of there. You feel me? We out of there. We only risking that, right? So now we're swinging it, and so we let it go. Boom. We let it go. Now on this right here, let's say our target on this right here, we feel really good about this trade, right? We feel really good about this trade. We got in right here. We got in right there, right? You know what I'm saying? And then we feeling really good about this trade. So our target, our first target, right? Just say is right here at this high, right? That's our first target right there at that high, right? Y'all with me? So 41.63. Let's see what. Let's use my little cheat code that I was using when I was trying to figure out the price. So 41.63 minus 14. Okay, let's see if it's working on this right here. 41.43 minus 14. 012.90. Let's see how close that is. What SPY on right now? What Spiggity? What you on, Spiggity? Spiggity is on 413. Yeah, close enough for government work. So 413. Boom. It's at, see, drop the last, rounded up, 413. Okay, so that's close enough for government work. So our low-hanging fruit on this trade right here is 41.63.50. 163. Let's just say 41.64 because it's 50. 41.64 minus 14. So 415 on SPY, right? So SPY hit 415. Let's see. Last time SPY hit 415 was above these highs right here. So y'all can't see them highs. We just guesstimating now on this actual price because we don't know what it'll be. But I'm just gonna let me click on this right here. So it was at these highs right here. Last time it got to 415. Last time it got to 415, it was at $4, right? So the last time it got to 415, it was at $4. We know it's not going to be at $4 next time it get back to 415. So let's just say 350. Let's take a little bit off it. That's a lot to take off, but let's say 350, right? Just say get to 350 at our low hanging fruit, right? So now 350 minus 210, right? 140, right? So that's 140 if it hit your target. So you risk $20 to get 140, right? If it hit your target, you risk $20 to get $140, right? So 20, no. 350 minus 210 divided by 210. So that was 60% on the trade. You or 67. Just say you made 67% on the trade, right? The trade you made 67%, right? Money wise, you made 140, right? 140 divided by 2,000. So you made 7%. Your portfolio is up 7%, right? Off of one trade, your portfolio is up 7%. But you didn't go from the home run. You got 67% on the trade. It was a surefire setup. You probably could have made more, but you stuck to the plan and you risked 2%, or you risked 1% of your portfolio and you made 7%. You risked 1% and you made 7%. So that's what's that, 7-1? That's 7-1. Is that 7-1 or 6-1? I don't know, but you risked 1% and you made 7%. So now you up 7%, but you didn't risk a whole lot of money. Now, let's just say if you only made 7% a week, right? If you only made 7% a week, right? Change that to a 7. Boom. At the end of the year, you're making, if you only did 7% of the year, a week, at the end of the year, you're making $580 a week. You see what I'm saying? But you didn't risk a whole lot of money to make that 7%. You didn't risk a whole lot of your portfolio to make that 7%. You know what I'm saying? You risked a very small port. You only risked 1% of your portfolio, right? And you made 7%. A lot of financial advisors only guarantee people 7% in an entire year. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go for home runs to make this a livable thing, to be able to live off of this. It's all about managing the risk, right? And let's just say you in the trade, right? Let's go here. You in the trade, right? You in the trade and it's going like you swinging this and it get up here and it get past, you know what I'm saying? Your low hanging fruit, right? There's nothing wrong with letting it run. There ain't nothing wrong with letting it run. Move your stop. You know what I'm saying? Move your stop. Just say you move your stop up here above these highs right here, right? If it come back and stop you out, instead of making 7%, let's say you make 6%, right? But you happy with that. Boom. I'll take that. I'll take if it came back and stopped me out, but you move your stop there and you just let it run, right? You just put in a trailing stop. You just let it run. Like you put in a trailing stop here, and as it go up, your stop move up. You know what I'm saying? It keep running. It just keep running, right? And just let it keep running. And then now, cause that's what I do a lot of times. Like I'll put in a trailing stop and let it run, and that's how I end up getting 20% of my portfolio on one trade, cause I just let it run, right? So let's just say that was a trade where you got 60% on that trade, right? Now let's look at it if we hit 100% on that trade, right? Let's look if we hit 100% on that trade, right? 210 times 2, 420, right? if you hit 100% on that trade, 420. Because if you get close to 70%, you know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing but a stone's throw away from 100%. Let's just say we hit 100% on that trade, right? 420, right? We get out at 420. That's 100%, right? 420 divided by 2,000. That's 21%. You made 21%, right? You made 21% of your portfolio up 21%, but you only risked 1% of your portfolio. Because remember, you bought it at 210, your stop loss was 190, right? And the trade, it got up to 420 and you got out, right? That's it's easy to do. It's easy to do. You see, when you hit your target, it was already at close to 70%. So you can see how realistic it is to get to that 100%, right? If you get to 420, right, and you get out at 420, now you risked 1%. You risked 1% of your portfolio, and when it hit your when you got out the trade at 100%, your portfolio up 21%, right? Now let's say you hit 21% every week. This ain't realistic. This is not realistic, so don't get happy about this. By the end of the year, right? 21%. There you go. By the end of the year, look at that. Look what you're making in a week. This is not realistic. Ain't nobody gonna consistently hit 21% of their entire portfolio in 1 week. But this is just what I'm talking about. When you focus on controlling how much you lose, the top end, it don't matter. Let it make whatever it make. 21% in a week, that ain't realistic. You know what I'm saying? But that's a nice paycheck though. That's a nice paycheck though. You feel me? But look how it started out. Look how that 21% started out. Right? $420. $420 in a week. Look how that 21% started out right there. Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that. You feel me? But when you get down here, start making this kind of money down here, where we at? Where the end of the year? Are you willing to put up the money to make that? Are you willing to put up the money to make that? Are you willing to put up the money you got to put up to make that? That's the part they don't tell you when they be talking about these spreadsheets. Are you willing to put up the money to make that? Right there, to make 23,000 off of one trade. Okay, so we put up $210, risked $20 to make $420. Now, let me see if my math can math and figure out what you have to put up to make this right here. Let me see if my math can math to figure this out. Y'all bear with me while I try to figure out this math on this 23,000. See if my math can math to figure this out. So, oh yeah, I can figure this out because I got the stuff right there. Right. So 109,527.40 times, because we put up 10% times 0.1. $10,000. So $10,000. Right? $10,000. Can you buy that? 10,000. What did that calculator say? 10,000. God dog it. $952, right? And some change. Yeah. So $10,950, $52, right? Let's make the math easy. $10,950. That's how much you got to put up on the trade, right? minus 1%, 109,527 times 0.01. You're risking, that was easy. That was easy, Tim. Why didn't you just write that down? You're risking 1,000. You're risking $1,095, right? So that's what you're risking. That's your risk, right? You're risking $1,095. You got to put up $10,950, right? You're risking $1,095, right? The trade that you put on hits 100%, and that's what gets you your $23,000 pay, because you risked this amount, but the trade that you put on hit that amount. That's the same thing. That's the same thing as this trade over here, where you risk $210, right? Right? You risked $20, right? You risked $20, right? In this scenario, and you made $420. So you risked 20, you made 420, right? And this is the same scenario on a larger account, right? You risked 1,095 and you made 23,000. That's the same percentages. That's the same percentages that we just did. Because as you see, right, I changed it to 21% on the spreadsheet, right? 21%. So every week, you gain 21% every week, right? So 21% at this week was $420. 21% at this week was $23,000. So we went through the math right there. Are you willing to risk? Are you willing to risk $1,095? Right? Is your risk appetite that big? Right? It probably will be that big, because $1,095 ain't nothing but 1% of your account. Right? That's 1% of your account. Now, hopefully this give a little bit of clarification into the fact of how people like, oh, I made 23,000 today, right? And you with a small account, you're thinking, man, how can I make 23,000? Have $109,000 account, only risk 1%. If you risk 1% of your account, right, you could be wrong a whole lot of times before you blow your account, right? But risking 1%, 1% on a $2,000 account ain't nothing but $20. 1% on a $100,000 account is $1,000. You see what I'm saying? But if you hitting big risk rewards like this right here, like we just used 21% in this example, that's how you can get big money. But don't let people fool you thinking like, oh, you could just take $500 and retire in 6 months, because I can show you how to turn 500 into 23,000. Ain't nobody got time to be going YOLO, man. You ain't got time to be going YOLO. There's real money out here. There's real life. You feel me? You feel me? This real money. This is real life. So, man, I hopefully the old man was able to shed some light on some stuff, or just help somebody in some kind of way. I'm gonna look in the chat for a minute. I'm gonna put the link back in the chat one more time. If anybody want to pull up and ask anything, if anybody want to pull up and share anything, we done been on here all day. It's time for me to get off from work. It's 11:05. It's time for me to get off of work, man. The link is in the chat. I appreciate y'all just for hanging around with me. Let me see what y'all talk about in the chat before I get out of here. What happened here to learn to share? What I say? Tapping in. That's okay, Sanjay. It's all right. We just sitting up here chopping it up today, man. So on that 2K, how many ticks are you risking, etc., as you go along to keep in line with this 10% rule? Okay, that's a good question, Chris. Chris, hopefully you still in here. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Right. So if you got a $2,000 account, you should only be trading the MES. Right. If you got a $2,000 account, you should only be trading the MES. Right. And for this example, I'm using options because I primarily trade options on the spreadsheet. That's what I was using the options for. But when you talk about futures, right? If you got a $2,000 account with the M, and you should only be trading the MES. So 2,000, right, times 0.02, right? That's $40, right? That's just my risk tolerance. I'm only gonna risk 2% of my account during the week. I'm only risking 2%, right? So it's $1.25 per tick on the MES, right? So $40 divided by 1.25, that's 32 ticks, right? That's 32 ticks, right? So, and I already knew these numbers because I just set up a $2,000 account in NinjaTrader. That's why my stop loss is 8 points. That's why my stop loss is 8 points, because I just set my NinjaTrader account to $2,000. So for the MES, my max loss is 8 points or 32 ticks, right? That's my max loss. If I want to be able to trade more than one time, right? If I want to be able to trade twice, right, I can only risk 4 points or 16 ticks, right? If I get stopped out with 4 points, I can still trade once again during that week, right? But if I get stopped out at 8 points or 32 ticks, I can't trade no more during that week, right? So that's the tick value for your stop loss on NinjaTrader for your stop loss, right? So see, we pushing past that fair value gap. We going back down, looking like, remember what I said, it's probably gonna come back down after 11 o'clock. Look like we trying to get back down to this one. Let's see if that holds true, right? So we said we got in at this candle's low right here. This candle's low is 41.21, right? And our low hanging fruit was this candle's high at 41.63. 41.63 minus, what I said, 41.21? Did I say 41.21? 41.21 equals 42 points, right? So 42 points, that's 42 times 4, that's 168 ticks times 1.25, $210, right? That's $210 from where we got in to lower this candle up to the low hanging fruit right there. That was your target. Boom. That was 42 points or $210. So you risked 40 to make 210. 210 divided by 40, that's like 5 to 1. A little over 5 to 1. That's a little over 5 to 1 trade. Right? That's a little over 5 to 1 trade. So that's it on the future side for the MES. So you risked 32 ticks and you made 168 ticks when it hit your profit, right? Or you risked $40 and you made $210 when you hit your profit. And then so 210 divided by 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's 10%. You made 10% on the futures trade. You made 10% when you went from 4110 when we got in here and got out up there at 4163. That's the breakdown on the future side. So with the future side, what you do, if I wasn't clear on that, you take the size of your portfolio, $2,000, right? And you say, what's your max risk? My max risk is 2%. So you go times 0.02, right? That's $40. I can only risk $40 on a trade, right? So that's what I can control. I can control how much I lose. The setup is going to tell me how much I can make. I don't have a specific target. It's based off this. That's my target right there. Okay, boom. Once I hit my target, that's when I find out how much I made, how much percentage I made. You see what I'm saying? That's when I find that out. That's on the future side. I just saw a post yesterday that scoffed off at 30% trade because they got, man, them people clowning. Yeah, that's my thing. No more than 2% in a week. And then also that go to like just say like the other day, I made 10%, right? And let's just say I decided to trade again, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lose 12%. If I lose 2% after making 10%, I'm gonna stop trading. And I would have just ended the week with 8%. If I due to market volatility, trade rate will be suspended. Trade station ain't playing. They saying market volatility, you got to put up the bag, baby. I just got a notification. So if I make 15%, like that one trade when we was talking about, we made 21%, right? If I decided I want to trade again because I still ain't lost 2% on the week, I'm not gonna lose 23%. If I lose 2%, then I'm gonna end the week up 19%. You see what I'm saying? That 2% loss is wherever I am right there. That's it. Discipline over dollar. Yes, it does. 10% grows amazingly. That's amazing. 10% growth is amazing. But 2% drawdown on 2K account is like $40 or see, you on the ES. If you got a 2% account, you shouldn't be on the ES. You should only be trading the MES. You should only be trading the MES. If you only got a $2,000 account, you should not be trading the ES. And the reason why I say you should not be trading the ES, this is just little Timmy Rogers, right? The initial margin needed to trade a ES contract is like $13,000, right? That's the initial margin, meaning to open this contract, you should have $13,000 in your account. To hold this contract overnight, I think it's like 12,000. So it's like tens of thousands. The thing is like 12,000. It's a little less than the initial margin, right? So I could check it on Ninja Trader. I don't feel like doing that right now, but because you got to put up 500 just to get in, but the initial margin you need is like 13,000. That means that's saying, okay, if I open this contract, I'm guaranteeing I got $13,000 in my. That's what the day trade margin is saying. I'm gonna give you this 500 so I can trade this instrument, but I promise you, I got this 13,000 over here to cover things. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's saying, right? But with the MES, you only have to put up $50 to get into the trade. But you're telling them, I'm putting up this $50 to trade, but I promise you, I got $1,300, you know what I'm saying, in my account. That's why you should only be trading the MES, because the initial margin on the MES is like 13,000, and the margin on the MES is like 1,300, and the margin on the ES is 13,000. So that's why you should only be trading the MES if you got a $2,000 account. Appreciate that. That's what it's all about. Discipline. Discipline. Oh, I ain't got on my discipline over dollar shirt. Discipline over dollars. It's always discipline over dollars. Well, I guess I'm using the MES over ES makes a difference in terms of risk. Yes, yes. With a small account, MES is where you should be. The MES is where you should be with an account, and you shouldn't be trading the MES unless you got at least $1,300 in your account, because that's the initial margin. And I just feel like don't trade nothing you ain't got the money to be trading, right? Don't be trading nothing you ain't got nothing to be trading. I mean, you ain't got the money to be trading. Don't be trading the ES if you ain't got $13,000 in your account at least. You know what I'm saying? Only trade the ES if you got 30. That's just my personal opinion. People can do what they want. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you want, but that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here trying to hit home runs. Is the $40 on option is risk regardless of instrument? Regardless of the instrument, the risk is determined by your account. So like how I put up the chain, how I put up the options chain, and I showed that the contract was $210. That $210 is like actually 10% of our portfolio, but we're not risking that 10%. Our stop loss is at $1.90. Is at $190 because we're only risking that $40 based off of the well, actually that was the 1%. So the $40 it would have been 210, 290. It would have been like 180 for $40, but we was only we cut it in half so we can trade more than one time. But it's based off of the size of your portfolio, not the instrument. Regardless of the instrument, the risk is based off the size of your portfolio. You just have to equate it to what that instrument used, right? So on the MES, $40 is 32 ticks or 8 points. On options, $40 is $40. So like if you bought a contract for, so the bigger the contract you buy, the smaller your risk gonna be. Like if you go out there trying to trade the SPX, you're gonna get stopped out immediately, because if you go pay $500 for SPX contract, that premium gonna be zipping. You see what I'm saying? But you can only risk $40. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get stopped out quick. So go down to the ES, right? And you find an ES contract that you can buy within your, you know what I'm saying, your setup range. And don't try to go way out the money, because the premium ain't gonna move fast enough. But then that's gonna give you a little bit more room on your stop loss. That's just like on the ES, right? A $40 stop loss on the ES is this big, right? But a $40 stop loss on the MES is this big. You see what I'm saying? Same thing. A $40 stop loss on the SPX is this big because the ES is 10 times the MES. The SPX is 10 times the SPY. So the SPX stop loss is that big, but the SPY stop loss is that big, but it's the same amount of money. You see what I'm saying? It's the same amount of money. Excellent questions, y'all. Excellent questions. The Excel sheet would be great if you could Google link it somewhere for us. Chris Bailey, you want the sheet? I say you want the sheet. I'll put it in I'll put it in my Google folder. Hold on. Let me do it right now while I'm thinking about it. Since Chris want the sheet. Since Chris want the sheet. Since Chris want the sheet. Google Drive. Google Drive. Google Drive. Google Drive. Why am I not signed into my Google? Oh, yes, I am. I'm like, why am I not signed into my Google Drive? Google Drive. What folder am I gonna put this in? Tim's Tidbit slides. I'm putting in Tim's Tidbit slides. New file. What did I call this? What did I call sheet? Weekly goal calculator. Weekly goal calculator. Oh, it's in use. Oh, hold on. Let me close this. Okay. Go to my if you go to my IG page, and Instagram. If you go to my IG profile, that's my story. How do I get to my profile? Go to my Instagram profile, right? Click on this Linktree link right here. Don't forget this, Chris and anybody else. Click on this Linktree right here, and then go to, it says it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tim Tidbit slides. The 5th green box down there. Click on Tim Tidbit slides, and it's right there. Weekly goal calculator. You can download it for free. And you can, any of these slides in here, you can have any of these slides. Anything that's in any of those links on there, anything in any of these links right here, you can go ahead and have them. That's the 101. That's the discipline over dollar slides. Them the slides for the focus program summer series. This the buy merch, and this is the Tim Tidbit slides. And that's an affiliate link to learn how to buy Jada Traders course. But the Tim Tidbit slides, that's where I just put that spreadsheet at, and you can download that for the free 99. Oh, on the let me show you on that spreadsheet what I did on the spreadsheet. Oh, are we getting back down? Look like we going back down to that what's the name? It's past time for me to be working, so I ain't even really studying that right now. Weekly goal calculator. Okay, so if you see over here what I did, let me see if it keep going now. Yeah. So see how I'm dragging this down right here? So I'm dragging it down. It just extended out to the next week. And it's going like, that ain't how you do it. That's the next day. So what you got to do, you got to highlight 2 of them, right? Because it's a week apart. That's how Excel, if I just come here to the one and drag it, it just counted day by day, right? So if you want to extend the date out, you got to highlight 2 of them, and then it'll go week by week, right? See, it moved to the 11th, moved to the 18th, moved to the 25th. You see what I'm saying? Because it show on Excel, anybody that don't know how to work Excel, if you want to stretch it out more than one, just say like, if I went 1, 2, right, 3, right? If I did that right there, highlighted these and start pulling it down, it just count in sequence, right? But let's just say I want to count by 10s, 20, 30, right? Excel know I'm counting by 10s there. And if I start stretching it down, 40, 50, 60, 100, it like, you got to show it the sequence that you're trying to do, right? So this spreadsheet is made out to I wanted it to skip weeks, right? So I can drag this down week end, and you know what I'm saying? Then I just highlight 2 of them, then stretch it down to there, right? And then I just take the formulas down. Then then it calculate for you. You know what I'm saying? Just take it down and it calculate for you. But for the weeks, you have to highlight at least 2 of them before you start dragging it, so it know you're trying to move it like in weeks at a time and not the very next day. Yep. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with the old man. Your boy done got hungry. I done got hungry. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and tap out. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything new in the chat. I see a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm still talking, Robson. I see a lot of stuff in the chat that I didn't get to. I see a lot of stuff that I didn't get to, but I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I hope y'all was able to get something out of this, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with the old man. Let me hold on. Let me move this while I'm thinking about it. Cause I'll be done left that on that screen and be like, what in the world? Cause I don't have this tablet on all the time. I'll be done left it on that screen and be like, where is my stuff? What is my computer doing? Put that over there. Okie doke. But yeah, man, like I was saying, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with the old man. My wife said, "You're not old. Stop saying you're an old man." She be getting on me. She be treating me like I'm a child or something, man. I love her to death, though. I love her to death. I can't what they say, happy wife, happy life, I guess. Hey, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. Tomorrow is me and Christopher's birthday. I don't know if my sweetie got something planned for me tonight. I won't be on here tonight. If she ain't got nothing planned for me, I will be on here tonight to do the weekly wrap up. But I'll let y'all know on IG if I'm gonna be on here doing the weekly wrap up. Again, if anybody wanna buy some merch or anybody wanna do something, don't do nothing for me. Cash out Banjo Bobby 54 and whatever y'all want to do for Chris. I appreciate y'all. Y'all showed up and showed out for Junior. Y'all showed up and showed out for Junior. Junior was like, whoa, we got a lot of people sent me something. Banjo Bobby 54 is the cash out. What is your cash out Banjo Bobby 54? Huh? Yeah. Banjo Bobby 54. If y'all want to do something for Chris for his birthday. I appreciate y'all for the way y'all showed up for Junior. Junior got a matter of fact, I think y'all helped Junior buy himself some some AirPods. He went to the store and swiped his own card. Throw it in the bag. Got us some AirPods. Your account has been temporarily locked. We've detected suspicious activity. Had temporary lock security protection. Hey, Instagram I was live on Instagram and then it just popped up and said my account been locked. So it said help us confirm you own this account. They slap blocked me out of Instagram. It's sending me it's saying verify. Let me see. Y'all hold on for a second. Let me see what these people trying to do, man. Send the code. If I can't get back in here, 481353 481353. Change your password. Look like I probably won't have no IG, man. This thing pissing me off now. For real. I ain't gonna hold you.
use one that hasn't been used before. Y'all pissing me off. Y'all pissing me off. Okay. All right. It looked like I'm back in. Well, I guess I do got an Instagram. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to go ahead and get out of here. Go get me something to eat. Instagram done pissed me off again. Oh, check it out. It came back down and bounced off of that what's name. Let's see what it do. Let's see if it go back down. Look at them. It came down and bounced off that fair value gap. Let's see what it do with this fair value gap right here. If it get past this fair value gap right here, it might keep pushing back on up. But see that? I told you what I said. I said it's gonna come back down here after 11 o'clock. Did I not say that earlier? I said it's gonna come back down here after 11 o'clock. And look what that little booger did. That little booger came right back down there. If you's I bet you bet not. 104 plus 8. It came right down to the low was right down to the exact price that I needed it to be to take that trade. Look at that stinking booger. Look at that stinking book. I was like 104. I would be able to get in at 112. It came down to 112 on the tick. You funky dog, you. I'm about to go get me something to eat. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, if my sweet ain't got nothing going on tonight, I'll be back on at 6:30 to do the price action. I mean, the weekly recap. If she got something planned for me tonight, I won't be on, and I'll see y'all. We'll probably on Sunday. I'll do something on Sunday for the next week. Looking at next week. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. We've been on here over 2 hours, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out for 2 hours. Hopefully, I was able to shed light on something. I know it's a long video. You can rewind back and look through it and pick out the nuggets, if you will. If you've been here that long, go ahead and hit that like button and share it with a cousin. Be like, hey, you need to go check this episode out because Tim broke down this, that, and it was pretty good. I felt like it was good. I don't know. But I'll see y'all, man. Gone.